There we go. Hey, welcome everybody to the stream. We are going ahead and testing out this here. So just give me a moment while I just fix this stuff here. All right, there we go. So welcome everybody here to the stream. I'm JJ, known as Psych J7 here with Plan Face Syndicate. We normally would do it on their particular stream. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the stream live on the channel, so I'm doing it through my own account here. But yeah, welcome to the stream here. We are looking at the next line of games here for Team France versus Team US Islands. Currently, the series is tied, or not tied. It's 3-2 in favor of U.S. Islands. We do have another game being streamed simultaneously for this one right now, where that's going on there. So this could be a very, very important match coming up here. So we'll run through the list here and we'll introduce both sides here. So starting on the left side here, this is going to be for Team France, Andrew Prevost, also known as Le Chancelier. He's running CIS. We got Sunfac here with Predator, Gravitic Deflection, Ensnare, and Targeting Computer. We have General Grievous with Outmaneuver, Imperium, Plating, and Solus 1. We have DIS T81. This is the standard loadout version that comes out with Outmaneuver, Afterburners, and Contingency Protocol. Next up, we got Cad Bane with Sync Lasers, the Xanadu Blood Title, and Proton Bombs. And then to round off the list, the FS311 with Independent Calculates, and that rounds off the list there. On the other side here for US Islands, we got a very, very interesting list here. So we got Innkeeper here running CIS as well. We have 3 copies here of the Techno Union bombers. They come with plasma torpedoes, the DRK Probe 1 droids, and munitions failsafe. The second copy comes in with the plasma torpedoes, concussion bombs, and delayed fuses. We got another copy of the same loadout here, and then we have a third copy of that particular loadout as well, and then another fourth and fifth as well, and then lastly DFS 311 with Indy Calcs here. So we got a lot of bombers, a lot of hull to chew through, and you got a lot of calculates on here. So it's going to be a very, very interesting match here for both sides. We do have the board set up here. We are playing Ancient Knowledge here. That is the um, the the scenario for this particular lineup here. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started here and see how these players do. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. It's definitely going to be a very interesting match here. This has been a very highly contested matchup so far for this XTC lineup here. USI being able to snatch the third win yesterday after a tie that happened at the last possible second. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is definitely gonna has been a very interesting series so far. All right, alrighty, and we'll let the players get set up there. And I'm gonna step away for just a moment and just to talk to the players and make sure everything is set up here. So will be right back here. All right. So we got a very concentrated setup here for Team US Islands. Got all those Hyena bombers and the DFS lined up hard on the top right of the map up there. They got a pretty big open space. They definitely will have a very good, solid like attack block to come in there. If I am that droid, that T81 droid on the top left, I'll definitely be worried about trying to joust that entire block, but we'll see how they end up going up here. Really interesting setup here for Andrew's side. You got two outmaneuver ships. You definitely want to place them on opposite ends and try to force your opponents to make a decision. So we'll see how this plays out for them. I'll also be keeping an eye out for the other matches happening simultaneously as well. Currently, right now, it is Team Francis Scumless versus the U.S. Islands Resistance List. Right now, they're in the middle of the third turn. Looks like Scum is leading 6-5 against Team U.S. Islands. So we'll keep an eye out for that, and I'll provide periodic reports for that particular matchup there. All right, and with that, looks like both players are set up here. They're just finalizing the last setup here. And thanks again, everybody, for joining us this morning. This is going to be a very, very interesting match here. Hoping to see a very good game from both sides here. This has definitely been a very intense series for both sides here. So we'll see who ends up coming up the victor today, as this matchup between Team France and Team U.S. Islands will come to a close here with only one victor advancing. All right, and then just a quick update from the other match that's going on right now. Looks like at the end of turn three, Team US Islands did get some points in. They ended turn three 10-6 right now against Team France's scum list. So we'll keep an eye on that as this game develops. All right, so we're gonna get the game started here pretty soon. They're gonna roll their dice, and there we go. The timer has started. We're gonna be at turn number one here. Team U.S. Islands will start off with the initiative here. The only overlap they have is just the initiative one, mainly because all the bombers in DFS 311 have the uh, have the I1, so they pretty much remove all their list before Team or Team France will go first there. All right, so we got a four straight coming up here from the Pink Bomber coming up there. It's gonna do a barrel roll here. It looks like they're gonna go all four straight here, trying to set themselves up here for the following round. I'm gonna have a solid block moving. All right, and then we got the back row of Hyena Bombers also moving up here, four straight. And gotta like the formation flying here from Innkeeper, from Andrew or Anthony rather. Definitely being able to shift the entire front line and still keeping that bomber block in a pretty solid formation. It's pretty nice up there. We got DFS here doing a two straight here, just grabbing double calculates. Next up, we got Cad Bane doing a two straight, considering its options. Now, the hard part about these obstacle placements is that it kind of telegraphs exactly where you're going to go. So if you leave yourself um, too up into the obstacles, it's going to be pretty easy for your opponent to see where exactly you're going to come in there. And we're going to get a barrel roll out here for Cadmain. Going to end up taking that stress there as he doesn't have a free barrel roll. He just has the quick linked action there, so he will be limited there. But it does leave him options to either go into the towards the top of the map or towards the center. We got Grievous zooming in, just doing a five straight boost, coming in around the edge. Similarly here, we got Sunfac will likely take a tractor and will rotate to the ship's right and tractor himself forward. And we'll take a focus here. No shots here. And that's going to be the end of round number one as we move into round two here for this matchup here. All right. And after the collection of all the tokens, we do have an end phase here. We do have a DRK probe droid that will be launching here from the Red Hyena bomber. And it was launched towards the three bank from Reds going towards the center of the map there. So yeah, we got our first DRK probe droid there. And if you're not familiar with the DRK probe droid, it essentially acts as a device that can move towards the beginning of the system phase towards any particular location, and it extends the range at which the units can grab target locks there. So it's a good way to get locks beyond range 3. You can still keep your formation set up there and just set yourself up for future locks for future turns. Going to be really helpful for like the pink and brown and green hyenas that will likely not get a lock on this coming up turn, but will be able to or rather not be able to shoot, but will be able to grab a lock ahead of time so that way they can follow up on shots afterwards. And yeah, Bionic, I totally agree. I'm watching that simultaneously at the same time, watching the other match at the same time while doing this just to kind of give updates here. They're still in the middle of the activation phase for turn number 4 over on the other end there. So excited to see how that game plays out there. All right, so as the players are finishing up their dials, we'll take a look to see at their options here. DFS likely going to, or sorry, I should specify Team France's DFS is likely to go onto that middle rock right in front of it, just to set itself up on a perch and provide some calculates out there. Probably will expect a two bank from CAD going towards the formation. CAD is in a pretty good spot with Sync Laser Cannon, just getting that die shot up there. Will likely have the ability to get that bullseye on so many targets out there, just denying the use of different tokens and stuff. And yeah, so we'll see that. I don't think that T81 is going to challenge the hyenas this turn, but we'll see if Andrew is daring to try to put in the pressure on the top of the board there. And oh, there we go. So we're gonna get the four straight coming up here from the pink hyena. We'll grab a calculate. This likely just trying to set itself up for potential shots if it comes up here. And we're gonna get the first ancient knowledge grab for the game here. Green capturing the ancient knowledge for Anthony's side there. Brown hyena following suit there, just grabbing a calculate there, although he's debating, might end up trying to go for the target lock using the droid. And yeah, does go for it. Does have both Cad Bane and 311 available. And yeah, we're gonna grab a lock onto 311 from the brown hyena. All right, next up here we got the a red hyena is thinking about it. Might be pretty close to that center objective. It's debating on it. And ops to not test it might be just a bit farther, but we'll set up a barrel roll into a target lock here for the hyena. And it is going to grab it onto 311. Next up, we're going to have the blue hyena. Also doing a 3 bank here. We'll likely do a barrel roll and lock as well. Yep, and there we go. And we'll grab the lock likely on the FS 311 as well. And we get the last one here. Uh, Also looking to go for the barrel roll and lock here. Not likely to have arc onto 311 here. So just debating on stress. Yep, we'll stress and we'll grab the lock. And this time it's going to be onto Cad Bane from the yellow hyena here. And then last but not least, we got to rotate here from 311. We'll do the double calculate there, and we'll be that calculate battery for these hyenas here. All right, moving on to Team France. They have the entire list to move, and there we go. We get the two straight here from 311. We'll land on the rock. We'll likely grab the double calculates here. Definitely not going to risk taking the center objective with all those hyenas bearing down. Get a one bank here from Cad Bane. That's going to be close here. We'll see what the final position is. He might end up clipping the bullseye on red. We'll see what he ends up doing here. Think he's in a perfect spot right now. Not going to be taking shots from anybody. And you're still open for the following turn to turn out towards the top of the board or towards the center if you want to pursue. There we go. Thanks for the shout out, man. Appreciate it. All right, and we get just the focus here for Cad Bane, and then we got to turn in back from T81 on the top of the board. We got General Grievous doing the two bank, or sorry, the two straight going forward here. Is debating on the boost into focus. Could potentially just grab the ancient knowledge here as well. Might be just out of range of the of shots there too, so might be a good spot there. But you also got to wonder where Sunpack is going as well. All right, so we get a one bank here from Sunfac. Sunfac will claim the center objective here and will grab the ancient knowledge there as well. Choosing not to come in and try to challenge these hyena bombers right off the bat here. And with that, we get an end of round or end of activation trigger with 311. The team USI 311 threw the calculate over to the blue hyena, and now we have their team France 311 measuring, seeing where they want to potentially send that calculate, and will will not will not send it out. So no shots from Sunfac, no shots from Grievous, and we're going to get a shot here from Cad Bane. He's choosing sides here. Nobody in the bullseye arc, actually. So that's pretty huge. We'll be able to share at least a calculator around with the rest of the squad. And we're going to go into the yellow hyena bomber here from Cad Bane. Ooh, good shot here. We're going to start off big with a hit crit coming in. We get a salad here. We're going to spend a calculate here, and we're going to get just the crit here. And taking a look at the crit, it is a loose stabilizer going onto yellow, and we'll update the board here. All right, now we're going to get the revenge shots here. We're going to spend a lock here for green, and there we go, bingo, full hits here. And we're going to get a crit to, actually no, it's going to end up being just a face down because it is a plasma torpedo. So we got one hit here on 311. Next shot here. Oh no, and I think that's it. That's all she wrote for 311. 311 is gone. And that's going to be the first points here for Team US Islands being able to eliminate 311 from the first volley of shots there. And yellow will take a free shot here onto General Grievous here. And we get a whiff here from yellow. 311 will get to shoot here. 311 will take a shot here onto the yellow hyena. And we're gonna get two hits right off the bat here. And double evades here, so no damage back to the hyena bomber. And that is it for Team Francis 311 here. And that would be the end of the round here. Both sides will score 1 point here for objectives, as each party has an ancient knowledge on both sides there. So we'll go ahead and add that scenario point here for both sides. And that is the end of the round. We are now heading over to round number three. Just a quick update for the other match that's going on here currently right now. Zach Farrell for U.S. Islands is leading 15 to 5, or sorry, 15 to 6 against the scum list for France right now. So they are still, it looks like, in the middle of turn number 5 during the activation here. So we'll see how that goes there. The pressure is coming for Team France right now. So we'll see what goes on from there. All right, so just a recap here for round number two. Definitely an unexpected death here, 311. 311 was expected to take at least two hits there, but blanking out on that second attack. Definitely not the most optimal, not the most optimal result that you're expecting for 311, since that is that calculate battery on there. But the CIS is still very much in the fight for Team France, and we'll see how they're going. And just a reminder, Yellow did take that damage from Cad Bane. It is a loose stabilizer. They got the crit marker on there. And hopefully, I don't think that should affect them too much for this particular round here, but we'll see how that goes here. And we will get a second probe drop here from Red, and that is going to be the last probe for Red. So they are out of the arcade droids now for this list. And really interesting spot for these probe droids, right? Because with the amount of ships that are out on the board, you really don't want to take your time to try to take those out. But if you ignore them, you're basically giving your opponent an extended range to take locks, which is very big, especially when you have a calculate battery in 311 that helps you give you that potential double bod. So we'll see how that's going to play here. All right, players almost set up there. And with a quick update on uh, The other match that's going on right now, currently right now, it looks like Team US Islands is leading 17-7 right now against Team France is scumless right now. Still in the middle of the fifth round, it looks like right now. Probably still going through some shots here, but we'll keep you guys updated as that match comes to its conclusion. Yes, sir. Yes, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. All right, so big decisions here. It looks like we got the dials ready for both sides here as they gonna roll for initiative here. There's no more overlap here for initiative as 311 has passed away. And we're going to have, looks like Anthony will have initiative for this round. We're going to get a move here from the DRK probe droids, just further solidifying them in their respective areas where they need to be. And we're going to get the first movements here. We're going to get a concussion bomb dropped from the brown hyena, follow suit by the red hyena, or pink, I should say, and green as well. They leave in their wake a path of destruction. And yeah, we're gonna get some more concussion bombs being dropped here, all across the board here. Particularly nice combo, especially with the delayed fuses, as it really just area denies everything behind you. So it just keeps your opponent focused in front of you. All right, and we're gonna get a turn in here from Red, likely trying to set up a block onto Cad Bane there. Red did claim the ancient knowledge. Green going forward here, one straight, grabbing a lock onto T81. Pink also doing a one straight, and we'll grab the ancient knowledge for this. Brown doing a one straight as well, likely grabbing a calculate. Okay. Next up, we get yellow doing a three straight there. Will clear that stress, does not take a damage as it is a straight maneuver for regarding to the loose stabilizer. Will take a barrel, likely trying to set up a block on Grievous, and is going to grab a target lock onto Sunfek. Next up is going to be blue, also doing a sorry 311, just staying put, keeping there. We'll have two calculates set up there, and then next up is going to be the blue hyena doing a one straight here. Will likely set itself up with a target lock, most likely. All right, and we get a bump here from T81 right into the front of pink. And that's going to be two range shots, range one shots going into T81 here for this following turn. All right, and we'll take that red calculate. Definitely going to need it. And we get the two bank from Cad Bane. It does get blocked. We'll likely take the red focus here. And we'll have a pretty good shot onto the blue hyena. Next up is going to be General Grievous with a two hard, does not get blocked. Will be able to boost out if he needs to. and likely will probably take the boost, maybe just to get out of Sunpack's way. And he does end up taking the boost focus here. Will have shots either on red or blue. And we get Sunpack here doing the one bank here. Will likely take the tractor. Does rotate forward and will take the tractor to the ship's right side. Will have ensnare set up for the yellow hyena there. However, it does look like it's going to be just outside of that bullseye arc, even with the tractor roll. Just looking from the top there, it's still going to be a 4 dice shot into yellow, and that could potentially kill it. But we'll see how that progresses here. And there we go. That's the end of the activation there. We get the ensnare tractor transfer onto yellow. And in addition to that, all the delayed fuses from those concussions have been removed there, and you can see all that bomb goodness on the board there left behind. Sunfact debating on the barrel roll for the yellow. And there we go. We're gonna get a range one shot into yellow. It is not in bullseye, so only rolling 4 dice for this one. And it looks like we're gonna get a full string here. 2 hits, 2 crits. And boom, that is the end of yellow. Yellow taking all the damage in the world. Poor yellow, never had a chance. And that is going to be the first points here for Team France. And we're going to get a trigger here for Cad Bane. Cad Bane does get a free action once the ship explodes. And Cad Bane will take a target lock action here. And there we go. He marks the target lock onto the blue hyena there. And we move on to initiative 4 shots here. Cad will take the range 2 shot here. With Sync Laser, does get the full string here. It's going to be 2 hits going through onto the blue hyena. Next up is going to be General Grievous. General Grievous can go into blue if he wants to try to get points, or can outmaneuver red. And there we go. Grievous will go into blue, trying to put some damage into it. Will consider the spending of the focus and will spend it. Gets 2 hits, and only one goes through. However, that is half points onto blue there. So that's gonna be one more point there, and we get a range 1 shot here on from 311. Considering his choices here, none of the bombers on the top have been touched, so he does have quite a few options up here. And he's going to end up going against the brown. And oh, not what you want to see. It is a complete focus out. He could take the pleats if he wants to. And oh, not even the reroll can help there. So it is a blank out there. No damage to any of the bombers there. And that is going to be the end of the shots there for Team France. And now we're going to move on to the bombers. So we're going to start off with the red hyena. Red hyena rolling just one hit onto CAD. CAD says no, thank you. Next up is going to be DFS 311 onto Sunfac and complete blank out. And next up here is blue. It's going to take a shot onto Grievous and we'll get hit crit right off the bat. And Grievous blanks out. That's going to be 2 shields onto General Grievous. All right. Next up here, we got on the top of the board here. Looks like the brown. Oh no, we're going to start off with pink first. Pink will take the range 0 shot into T81. Does not get anything at all. And that's going to be the end of that. We're going to get green coming up here. We got a range 1 shot from green going into T81. And we're going to get a check mix. Debating on spending the calculate here. And we'll use the ancient knowledge here to do 3 hits. And we're going to get a double strain reroll here. And only gets 1 more there, so we're going to get 1 damage onto T81. And it is double strained here. Now the last range 1 shot here coming from Brown. And oh no, not good. Does not get any damage, more damage onto T81 there. So that is going to be the end of the round there. So that ends that round. We're going to get 1 point apiece. Actually, no, 2 points apiece, I believe, for Ancient Knowledge. Oh no, they only collected 1, so US Islands does get 2 points for that, and only 1 for Team France there to end round number 3. So that is uh, a, a pretty good round so far for Team US Islands, being able to take minimal amount of damage. Yellow dying to Sunfac was big, but losing shields onto General Grievous and not taking pretty much very minimal damage to the rest of the list there is pretty huge. And we'll go on to round number 4. And now a quick update from the other round here. We're in the middle of round number 7. The time has expired. They're taking the final shots. Currently, right now, the U.S. Islands is up 18-10. However, the final shots are still going through, so we'll get updates here, and that will likely conclude by the time the dials are set for this next round here. All right, so taking a look at the board state here, we got a ton of concussion bombs. Now, the one thing about these concussion bombs is once you pop, and if you don't reload, you're gonna keep on dropping them no matter what. So all of the hyenas are gonna be forced to drop concussion bombs behind them there, and the Andrew will have to kind of contend with that particular scenario there. T81 definitely in a tough spot here. Not gonna have very much room to try to escape. The I mean, it does have the ability to boost and barrel roll, but even with a five straight, it's gonna be tough for T81 to get out there. We'll see how that ends up there, and we'll keep on going. Likely for Sunfac and General Grievous here facing down the blue hyena. Um, Grievous probably might eat a bomb here. With that stress, not having the full access to your dial is definitely trouble. But you do have enough hull to really go through that pretty easily. All right, and then a quick update on the other match here. The end of round seven, Team US Islands has taken the win 20-14 at the end of the round there. And congratulations to Zach. Well played. And we're very excited there. That does give Team US Islands the fourth win for this series here. All right, players getting ready here to finish up here as they're setting up their dials here. Now, if you're Sunfac, you're definitely wanting to try to take out the blue Hyena Bomber. And yep, there we go. All right, so we're off to start turn number four here. We're going to go to the system phase here. All right, we're going to get the bomb drop starting off here. All right, we get a bomb drop from green. We are going to get forced bomb drops from everybody, all the hyenas here, because they have to. Question is whether or not you put delayed fuses on some of these or not. All right, next bomb drop is going to be from blue. Yeah, now because they have two bombs on top of each other, they got to remember that there's a bomb underneath that one. But the one on top will get a delayed fuse on there as well. We're going to get pink dropping off a bomb there as well. And then lastly, we'll get the bomb drop from red, or sorry, brown, and then red. And we get some movement here from the DRK probe droids. Red does not have a bomb. I just remembered he has the DRK probe droid, so that's okay. No bombs coming out from red. We do get a proton bomb drop here from Cad Bane. And there we go. Now we're gonna get a K turn here from red. We'll be eating one proton bomb. And we're gonna get some K turns here from the other hyenas on the top of the board here. And we're gonna get a heart 3 from brown. We'll open up those foils, or struts, I should say, and we'll claim an ancient knowledge. And we're gonna get a heart 2 coming in from the blue hyena bomber. Blue will likely claim the center objective. Yep, there we go. Next up, DFS 311 is going to rotate towards the center of the map. We'll take 2 calculates on here. All right, now Team Friends will move. Gonna get a hard 2 here. Oh no, does that leave up the that still leaves a barrel option, I think, for T81. Still gonna eat the concussion, but it also puts you at range 1 of those bombers. And I don't think a boost really saves you here, but we'll take a boost. Oh, it'll be a minute. Probably like 30. Sure. Okay. All right, and we're gonna get a bump here from Grievous. T81 did have to try. Yes, you're right. Grievous will take the bump focus here. Cad Bane, ooh, taking a friendly bump on that. That is not what Grievous wants to see here, or what Cad Bane wants to see rather. And Cad Bane did end up rolling a damage on that there, so Cad Bane did lose some health. So in fact, deciding on what to do for the tractor. All right, can chose to do the tractor straight, and we'll do the ensnare onto blue, and we'll put him. We'll likely make him go to the right. That stress should be gone. Yeah, that's right. All right, we're about to have a big bomb bonanza going on here. Oh, so T81 choosing not to flip the crit, and we'll take a strain there. That's going to be huge. And that is going to be half points on T81. And then we have the proton bomb as well. Cad will take the proton bomb as well, and that's going to be shields down on Cad Bane. And we're going to see what the crit is on to red, and it is going to be a council fire for the red hyena. All right, we're going to get a 311 trigger. 311 opting not to pass the calculate. And we're going to get a range one shot here from Sunfac into the blue hyena. And it's going to be 3 hits. And that's going to be all she wrote, looks like. Let me make sure I get the count right here. Yeah, that's going to be 5 damage, and that is the end of blue. So it's going to be more points here for Team France. We still got a couple of shots here to go. And we get a Cad Bane trigger. Cad Bane will take the focus here. And we're going to get a shot here from T81. He does have outmaneuver on red, so red will only roll 1. And that looks like that's going to be a full string here. Oh, nope. Opted to do the re-roll and only got 2 hits. And red will take 1 damage from that attack there. It's going to be 1 away from half points. Cad Bane taking a range 3 shot onto an obstructed 311. And we're going to get 2 hits. 311 will spend a calculate, no damage. Next shot here is going to be Grievous into range 2 onto red, who does get the full string. And replies with Natty's back again. However, that is going to be half points onto red. And that's going to be the end of the shots there for Team France. And now come the big shots here. Let's see what comes up here. We're going to get a range 2 shot here from green going into T81. Now, T81 does have a lock onto, or sorry, green has a lock onto T81. So it's going to be a plasma torpedo shot. We're going to get a reroll here. We do have hit crit to T81 and natties. We got natties on there. Oh man, no damage. All right, red will take a shot here. He has a range 2 into Cad Bane, likely. Yep, into Cad Bane. And no damage there. No shot from pink. Going to get a 311 shot here. He does have both Cad Bane and T81. And we do have a console fire. Yep, that's correct. Yep, there we go. Players caught it. And no damage from the console fire. There we go. Nice, handy little token reminder. All right, 311 choosing, and will shoot into Cad Bane range 3. Only getting 1. And we're going to spend a focus, and Cad Bane is fine. Next shot here, big shot, going to be into T81. Oh no, we're going into Cad Bane, obstructed, range 2, with a plasma torpedo. Gonna spend the lock. Oh, not good. But looks like it's gonna go right into Cad Bane. Cad Bane did take a wounded pilot crit on there, and that is going to be it for the round there. And then calculating the ancient knowledge on there, we got 1-1. It looks like. I'm sorry, no, 2-1 there, going towards the U.S. islands. So we'll add that in there as well. And that is going to be the end of round number four, going into turn number five here. Still a pretty close game so far. Team France being able to pull ahead, pull around, and eliminate that block of bombers so far, with the exception of Red. Doing pretty good. They're in a good spot to still challenge. And thankfully, they are out of the way, out of the path of all the concussion bombs that are coming. All right, here. So a little over 25 minutes left for this one here as we're heading to round number five here. So let's take a look at the win conditions here for both sides. So for Team France, they definitely want to try to make sure they capitalize on taking out the ships there. They can easily take out Red this following turn. Red probably unlikely be able to avoid the proton bomb from Cad Bane coming up this following turn here. However, you do have to worry about T-81 escaping the range of that. So you might not get a bomb drop there. So we'll see that. Cad Bane's in a good spot to do a K turn if you need to, or run away if you need to. However, you do have to worry about that with the pilot. You don't want to also just give up points for from shots from 311. So gotta definitely think of that as well. T-81 has a couple of vectors of escape. However, that stress does kind of limit its options just to the straight maneuvers. Can't really do any hard turns here, and none of the bank maneuvers give you a blue that can clear that stress. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, Corin, very tight game so far. Yeah. Yeah, so now looking at Team US Islands, their win conditions here, you definitely want to try to take out T-81. However, you're not in a good spot here to really pursue. You could come off the rock and try to set up a block, but that five straight from T-81 does go quite a large distance, but you can at least set up a pursuit there. As far as 311, 311 can still take pot shots at range 3. However, the main benefit of 311 is providing those calculates. So you do want to stay close to your units so that we can help provide that calculate on there. But at the same time, you got to worry about Sunpack. Sunpack is still a factor, and being able to pull you into wherever direction you want is definitely something to be weary of for sure. And we do get the last drop here from Cad Bane. Red doing a hard two coming out. Will be cheeky and grab the ancient knowledge from the center of the board. That is great. I love that move. It's gonna stick it out and say, you know what? I'm a-okay. And we're gonna get a rotate here from the hyena bomber. And green will grab the other ancient knowledge there. And we're gonna get a turn in here from pink. Pink deciding and will grab a target lock onto T81. And we're gonna get just a standstill here from 311. Here comes a four straight from T81, trying to get the heck out of dodge. We'll use the afterburners to do a boost, and we'll barrel roll just for effect. Make sure you want to be nowhere near that proton bomb. Next up here, we're going to see either Cad Bane or Grievous. And we're going to get a three straight here from Cad Bane. Does have to worry about the wounded pilot. And we're going to get a two bank here. Red did claim that center objective in the center, by the way. Cad Bane had an ancient knowledge before. Oh wait, no. Maybe I was off. What was? I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to clarify that in a bit. Not sure what happened there. And we're just gonna get a focus here. Grievous accepting the fate of the proton bomb. And we're gonna get a one bank or a one hard here from Sunfac. Sunfac will take the rotate tractor here towards red. And we're gonna see the proton bomb go off here. Now, if Sunfac chooses to move red, it would have to be towards the ship's right, since that side does not overlap the side there. All right, so we get the bomb explosions here. Grievous and red will take a crit, and we're gonna get a wounded pilot onto red. And looks like we get a ship crit on here. It was a console fire onto Grievous. All right, and we get a red range one shot here into red. Just needs one to get through, and oh my goodness. So we're gonna get a focus here. We need a perfect roll here from red to stay alive. It's debating on the ancient knowledge spend. Yeah, that's a big ask here. Oh, and that role was the wounded pilot role for Cad Bane. Choosing to just go with two. Oh my God! And Red lives. Red lives. He rolled natties. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a big roll there. And we're gonna get a sync laser shot here from Cad Bane into 311. Rolls two hits. 311 says no. Get out of here. And no shots for Grievous or T81. We're gonna get some shots here now from into Grievous here, range 3. It's gonna be a primary shot here. And we're gonna get just a single crit, and Grievous shakes it off. Last shot here is gonna be from 311, uh, likely going into Cad Bane. There we go, range 2 into Cad Bane here. Double crits. Oh man, here we go. Ooh, can spend the ancient knowledge, chooses not to. No way! That was a fuel leak into a structural, and I think that is the death of Cad Bane right there. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. What a turn of events here. That is insane. Oh man. Just trying to figure out here. Let's see, 1 second here. All right, let me just double check with the players, just making sure that was correct there. Hey, gents, just following up on the damage on Cad Bane. He had ancient knowledge. I reminded him afterwards. So he just took a crit. He just took the crit. Gotcha. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right. So so Tony let Andrew know about the ancient knowledge. He gave him that information. So he ended up just taking a fuel leak crit on there. So Cad Bane stays alive here. Excellent sportsmanship here from Tony, just letting him know there for sure. So Cad Bane remains alive with 2 hull. And we'll have a fuel leak. There we go. All right, so then let's see, going back here, I believe we were 2-1 here with objective points, and we are on round number 6 here. And we did the console file roll here for Red and survived again. My goodness, Red just refuses to die. My goodness, that was Red just decides he just wants to keep playing X-Wing today. Man, we need a super Roger token for that droid. All right, so going back to the top of the round here, looks like their dials are almost set here. Do you risk T81 going in for the kill onto red? Do you even move with red? That's going to be interesting decision here for Tony. And there we go. We start off round number 6 here. Team U.S. Islands almost in complete dominance of the initiative board today. And we're going to get a rotate here from 311, hoping to catch Cadmain. And we're in a hard 3 here. Green looking to participate in the battle now. And we're going to get a we're going to get a barrel into a red lock here from green, likely onto Grievous. Or not Grievous, Cadmain. Brown does come off of the rock here and already has ancient knowledge on there. Will take the barrel roll to the outside. Pink will do a hard 2, expertly avoids that rock up there, and will grab the ancient knowledge over there. Red comes off of the rock here. And red opting for the barrel roll, and we got three T81 coming in for the chase, coming in hot. You got a hard one here from Grievous. She's gonna go in pretty much uncontested there. Is gonna be able to do a boost focus. Ooh, this could definitely spell trouble here for Tony. Oh, there we go. Grievous having a big shot coming up here. Cad Bane going range 1 into, or 1 turn into the face of 311. We're going to get a wounded pilot roll for the focus. Does not get stressed and will barrel roll out of the arc of 311 and will take a stress and then roll again for the wounded pilot. And yep, that'll get him that time. It's going to be double stressed here for this round, but we'll get a range 1 shot into 311. And we're going to get a fast 5 straight here from Sunfac. Hops over that obstacle just barely, and he's going to get a really nice shot into the side of one of these bombers here. And this is where Sunpack becomes dangerous here, late game, just being able to start going in and imposing his will. End of activation, we're going to get the bombs going off here. That top bomb probably is going to hit. We'll see. Oh, yeah, we get 2 damages dealt out for this one here. Not what Tony wants to see on here. So brown and pink will take a damage and will take a strain on top of that. Oh, opting not to take the strain and will flip the crits here. Brown ended up taking a direct hit, and we got a fuel leak onto pink. All right, so we're gonna get a range one shot into pink. It is not in bullseye, and rolls hit crit. It does take the crit, and we're gonna get a structural damage onto that as well. Grievous gonna go into pink. We'll have the reroll here, and that's all she wrote for pink. Pink is down. Yeah, and there we go. All right, here we go. Can red survive the outmaneuver here? We'll see. And yep, that's going to be the full string. And even with, they forgot the outmaneuver, but that's okay. Red will go down as well. And that's going to be more points here. Uh, Andrew definitely closing the door here. We're going to get a range one shot here from Cadbane. And she's going to likely not spend the focus here. Yep, choosing not to spend it, and 311 says no, thank you. 311 becoming the most evadiest Vulture droid I've ever seen. All right, here we go. Range one here. We're going to get a reroll here with the lock, and only a crit, and Cad Bane survives. And no, 311 did not pass that calculate on there. So both sides score 1 point for the objectives there. And that is the end of round number 7. That was definitely a big round here for Andrew, being able to push that damage onto Pink here, and is in a good spot here to keep pursuit onto Brown, who's also limping here from damage. So we're gonna go into the final round here, round number 7, and yeah, definitely a very close game for both sides on there. I think what ended up probably costing the game was probably the lack of being able to take out T-81 during that joust over there. T-81 being able to escape really put the hyena bombers in a spot to not be able to pursue, and that definitely cost time for the hyenas to regroup and come in there. And yeah, and unfortunately the bombers did well to survive a couple of shots as much as they could, but in the end it wasn't enough for the amount of damage that was getting put out by Sunfac and company. All right, and then Team France getting the initiative this round. Don't believe there's any more system phase here, other than moving the probe droids. All right. Get a hard 2 here from Brown. I'm trying to set up a block here on Grievous. And we're trying to create a circle, a kill box here, it looks like. We're going to get a heart 2 here from green. Most likely going to do a barrel roll and lock. Yeah, debating on that center grab for the ancient knowledge. That is pretty close. And yep, does get it, does go for it, and will get that ancient knowledge set up there. And Grievous does end up bumping against Brown. We'll take that red focus. Cad Bane doing the 4 straight, and we'll clear 1 stress. And that is the end. Time is up for the round. This is going to be the final round here. We're going to get a hard 2 here from T81. Likely just boosting away, too far away. Yeah, yep. Attempts to try to claim too far away, nothing there. And lastly, we're going to get a 2 bank from Cad Bane. We'll take the barrel out, and we'll be able to get that tractor onto Brown. And we're going to get the ensnare onto Brown here. This could be a kill here, just depending. All right. Brown can choose to rotate if he wants to for stress. All right, and we're going to rotate towards General Grievous. And we're going to get a 311 calc check. Probably going to send it off to Brown. And there we go. We're going to get the 311 calc pass. Brown is trying to summon the spirit of the red hyena bomber that wouldn't quit. And it's going to be a range 2 shot here. Only gets 1. And wow, Brown summoning the spirit of red. No damage from a tractor shot from Sunfac. And we're going to get just a hit crit coming in from Grievous onto red. Red evades again, or Brown evades again. And is going to be a damage engine onto Brown there, living on 1. And we're going to get a range 1 shot here onto General Grievous, trying to get those half points. Gonna get 1. We'll use Ancient Knowledge, make it 3. And that's going to be 2 damage onto General Grievous. .311 from downtown shoots, gets 1 hit. And Grievous says no thank you. And that's it after factoring in the scenario point here for each side here. The final score here is going to be 19-17. Team France takes the win for this particular one. And that is the end of the round here. So congratulations here to Andrew taking the win here for Team France. The series ends here with U.S. Islands winning 4-3 against Team France. And we will move on to play Team U.S. next week. So it's going to be the Battle of U.S. Islands versus the U.S. So it is going to be a very, very big week next week for XTC here. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and thanks for checking out the channel here. And again, my name is JJ, PsychJ7 on Discord. I'm with Planning Phase Syndicate, and definitely check out our channel if you haven't there. We cover nowadays mainly a lot of Star Wars Unlimited content, but yeah, definitely check us out. Planning Phase Syndicate on Twitch and on YouTube. And I will catch you guys all next week. Have a great Sunday. Take care, guys.